This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup, register, and attend one of our fantastic networking meetings, which we meet on the first and third Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park, and the second and fourth Thursday at the Upper Crust in Newtown Square. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Jillian Russo of Delco Bouquets. Jillian, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
What is Delco Bouquets?
It is a flower design company that I own.
What can people expect when they work with Delco Bouquets?
Efficiency, time management, great quality bouquets, flower design, art, beautiful, beautiful things.
How did you get into creating bouquets?
By accident, actually. So I did it during COVID for a friend of mine who needed a quick wedding bouquet for her Justice of the Peace wedding, and I just rolled with it.
With creating bouquets, and it was like a happy accident for you, is this something you've always done and have had an interest in?
So I've always had an interest in the arts. I've always had an interest in my first love, which is something I went to school for, which is culinary. I went to culinary school, graduated, and didn't really do much with it. It didn't work with the schedule of having children and a family. And I've always been interested in creating.
Where did you go to culinary school?
The Art Institute of Philadelphia, when it was still around.
Awesome. So being creative has always been something in your blood. What is it about the medium of flowers that appeals to you?
I always tell somebody who asks that question, if you mess up on a bouquet, you are the only one who knows that. You can create, as Bob Ross would say, happy little accidents all the time, and they come out better than what you expected.
What are some of your favorite flowers?
Sunflowers.
Sunflower. I love sunflowers.
Me too.
What are some of the trends right now you're seeing for bouquets?
The messier, the better. People love wildflower bouquets. So anything that looks like you went outside and picked it from the field is pretty much what people are looking for these days.
I like that idea. I like imbalance. It's almost like this imbalance of harmony that when you see something like that, there's some sort of context, but there's still this explosion of just different textures and colors. Right now, what kind of events are you doing bouquets for, or what can people work with you that they would want a bouquet to have?
So I actually have not done anything since I moved back to Delaware County. It's kind of, we're getting out of the slower season, but when I was doing stuff, it was, oh my gosh, prom season. I don't think I slept more than 5 or 6 hours a night, and I drank all the coffee. But yeah, definitely, you know, they can ask me to make anything. If I can't do it, I honestly will tell them no. But yeah.
Is it just bouquets? Do you do those boutonnieres too? Anything else you do within the flower world?
I do the boutonnieres, the corsages, the bouquets. There are certain trendy things for weddings that I've done before. But yeah, I can. If I don't know how to do something, that's what YouTube is there for. That will show me how to do it.
How do people find you for their bouquets? How do they connect with you?
On Facebook under Delco Bouquets. And I always advertise myself through different pages.
Who inspires you? Who motivates you? Who impacts you?
My friends. My friends, they all do.
You mentioned YouTube. Are there creators that stand out for you or that get you even more excited about creating bouquets or ideas?
It's nobody in particular. It's you know, just watching it. If I'm like, oh my God, that's gorgeous, then they get the accolades they deserve.
I know with Delco Bouquets, you're having an impact in the area, and I'm sure it's not just Delco, but you work with and you serve the whole area and other counties. I know that you also have a charity that's near and dear to your heart that you work with as well. Did you want to talk about that?
Absolutely. My very bestie, Matt Bucarell, started a charity called the Timothy J. Bucarell Foundation for Suicide Awareness and Prevention. I am a co-chair on that, and we are planning so many different activities and fun events to help where we can, including one of my big projects is getting Harrisburg to bring more Narcan to the area for business owners and training for them to use it if they need to.
And what are some of these events that you speak of? Have things been put on the calendar?
Yes. So Tuesday of this week until Friday Thursday, we have the pizza fundraiser with Brothers Pizza in Drexel Hill, where a percentage of the sales for the days will go to the charity. We also have a axe throwing charity October 26th, and that will have a DJ and a silent auction and some other fun activities for that night, 7 to 10, at Delco Axe House in, I think it's Newtown Square, Broomall area. And then we have coffee over at Death of the Fox in New Jersey. A portion of the proceeds for that bagged coffee will go to the foundation itself too.
What should people know when obviously suicide, the thoughts come up, the awareness of it? What do you want people to think about? What the mission of what you're doing? What stands out for how you want to help people realize they're not alone and there are other ways?
I think you pretty much summed it up there for a second. They're not alone, and they have to kind of figure it out on their own. And we're hoping that our presence and our charity and foundation will definitely help. Such a interesting question. I love it. No matter what they're going through, there's somebody who's going to be there for them. So we just had even though it was a small charity event over in York, Pennsylvania. We had one about 2 weeks ago. We're hoping that there's somebody there who benefits from seeing that there are people who want to help them.
Sometimes life gets hard.
It does.
Sometimes days seem to move into another day and there does not seem to be that light at the end of the tunnel. Is there a resource? Are people able to call? I know you mentioned the charity, but are there numbers or how do they find you for help?
So being a new charity as it is, I'm working on that stuff now of getting together a list of resources in each county, and ones that I trust and ones that other people have trusted in the past. So my number, Matt's number, always available to people to call and that's what we have to kind of get better at is making sure that everybody has a phone number to call. Even if I don't know you, you can feel free to call me. I tell everybody that, anybody who asks, anybody who's having issues, like my life did not end because I saw that at that time that there was no light at the end of that tunnel. I am still here, and it's so near and dear to my heart for that reason.
Do you want to give that number and share that for people that, wow, they might need that number today?
Yeah, absolutely. And I will give my own number, and it's 302-416-1491. If you need any help, and if there's somebody I can call to help you more and further, feel free to call me day or night.
It's a great thing that you're doing. You do bouquets, you have a charity that you're creating with Matt, and you also work with as a talent agency. Talk about that a little bit.
So that's something I stumbled upon when I was helping my friend Matt with his photography career. He needed the motivation. He needed someone to gently just push him a little bit. And I ended up helping him create a book and a second book and getting, so then now I have actors and artists and voice actors who are getting work, and I am the one getting it for them.
How did you said you stumbled upon that. How is it something for you that's something you stumbled upon?
Because when I was helping Matt, he would not jokingly, but kind of jokingly call me his manager. I managed his career. I told him exactly where he needed to be, what he needed to do, got him out of the house to go on adventures. And that's my big thing, is adventures. So he kind of motivated me and said, this is something you should do to help other people too. It could help them. And it kind of does, in my opinion, tie into the charity, because if there's somebody you can help, even if it's with their career, their job, you never know how deep you're helping them, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's like what we just spoke about. You just never know what people have going on in their life and where they could use assistance and guidance.
Right.
Do people utilize that same phone number to call, with the talent side of things too?
Yes. If you need a talent manager, flowers, or somebody to talk to, call me.
Your phone might be ringing nonstop now. All those things you get to help people.
Well, I also want to say that if you're calling me for the reason of the charity, you do not have to tell me who you are. It can be perfectly private. And then I will just call the resources I need to help you.
And Jillian, based on your training and education, you could probably make somebody a really delicious meal too, couldn't you?
Yes. So I am actually staying with my friend Matt, and I cook every night because I make sure that it's, it's all in food. The way to anybody's heart is, in my opinion, is definitely through their stomach.
It doesn't hurt. It's a great way to get there, to the heart, through the stomach, but you got to go through the mouth first. So there's a whole process, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, you're doing all this cooking and you want to take the night off. Do you have a cheesesteak preference anywhere you're going for your cheesesteak in Delco?
Absolutely. Right across the street to Phil and Jim's.
Phil and Jim's. How about you've satisfied that cheesesteak craving and you're looking for a pizza option? Where are you going?
Oh, Brothers Pizza.
Obviously, and make sure you get there for that charity event too.
Absolutely.
Wawa or Royal Farms?
Wawa. I don't even know what a Royal Farms is.
It's a good place to go to the bathroom if you really need to go.
Okay, well, there you go.
Jillian, how do you describe Delco to somebody that has never heard of Delco or has never been to Delco?
A melting pot. A melting pot of everything. If you want something that you can't find in your small town, if you're not from Delco, it's here. You got it.
You have friends or family members coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to have that Delco experience. Where are you taking them or where are you sending them?
Ooh. Oh, okay. Springfield Mall.
The Springfield Mall. That is a new one. That is so cool.
Yeah, I love it. I used to work there when I was younger, and to me, that holds the true heart of Delco, because my first one would have been Granite Run Mall, but it's not there anymore. And I'm not really too keen on, how corporate it looks now. It used to be the movie theater, the mall, just going back in time. But yeah, definitely Springfield Mall.
I'm having this vision that we're going back in time to the 90s version of the Springfield Mall. Yes?
Yes.
That is so cool. Jillian, is there anything we haven't talked about on the podcast today? You want anything more of listeners to know about you or more about how you can help them, whether it's Delco Bouquets, the talent agency, your charity? What would you like people to know?
Just that for any reason, there's always other options. whether it's calling and wanting to meet somebody for lunch and you really just feel like you need to like get out of your own head. I just want people to understand that no matter if you need flowers, food, but anything you need, you can absolutely call. And if it's not me, talk to somebody. And that's it.
That's it. Well, that isn't it, because there's more of the journey ahead for you as to how you're going to help people. Jillian, thanks so much for being a friend of What's Happening Delco. We're grateful for your time today. Can't wait to see more of how you're helping people enjoy and celebrate with bouquets, help people along the transition as they're growing with their talent, and keeping people moving forward with that help with the charity. We look forward to seeing you more, and thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Have an awesome day.
You too. Bye.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.